Good afternoon, kindergarten parents. I just wanted to touch base before we start our e-learning experience together tomorrow. Kind of give you an idea of what to expect from me for the next 3 days. I just kind of feel like these are going to be our days that we're kind of figuring things out together. Hopefully by now you have been able to log on to your child's Schoology account. Parkway should have sent out directions for you to do that. If you're having any trouble at all, email me and I will help you through that. Once you get into Schoology, you will hit courses. Then once you see the courses, you'll see Edalee Bauer, and that would be our class page that you would go to. You could even go there now, and you can see that the kindergarten teachers and I planned yesterday, so we have everything mapped out. Every morning that you go to that Edalee Bauer page, you will find a morning message. So I will record a morning message for the kids with a morning question that they can then answer in a written form. If they want to email it, if they want to type it and email it to me, that's fine. If they want to write it and share it with me, that's fine. If they don't want to share it with me, that's fine. But it'll just be a question that they can answer and then share if they choose. Also, on that page, you will find all the activities that we have listed for like the next 3 days. So I think it says week 3, March week 3. And actually it's a full week of activities starting Monday through Friday. Obviously you'll start on Wednesday, but if you'd prefer not to, if you want to do the whole thing, you can. If you want to do Monday through Wednesday, it's your choice. Look at the activities and see there'll be a math activity, an ELA activity, and that should be some guidance for how you want to work with your kiddos at home. Also on that site, we've included on the Schoology site, we have included a couple different reading options for the kids. These are the only two websites that the kids are not familiar with. Everything else listed they have experienced and messed around with, played with, so they are very familiar with that. These two websites that I've listed, I think the other kindergartner teachers just listed the one which is Rivet. I'm not as familiar with that one. I listed both Epic and Rivet. So on those two, you may just need to kind of sit with your child for a few minutes to help navigate. They're easy. They will love it. There's not too much that's hard to figure out on either one of them. The one I specifically used was Epic for reading because I'm familiar with it and I've used it in the upper grades. What you'll do is just click on the Epic link and then it will ask for a class code. You can cut and paste it from the lesson plans. And then once you are into Epic, you'll see your child's name. Hit your child's name, tap your child's name, and then you will see automatically pop up suggested books from Mrs. Bauer. The suggested books are on or around your child's reading level. And I think I gave each child about 6 books, 2 on their level, 2 above their level, and then 2 way above their level, but they are audio books, so they can listen to them. I just kind of did that so you'd have a gauge to know, kind of where, if you were going to try to do some level reading with your child, kind of where they were before spring break. Some of them I might have bumped up a level because I could only really find audiobooks. And I really want them to be able to read, not just do audiobooks. You'll see that kindergarten levels are A through D typically. Some of the kids are higher, but the kids that are reading A through D, we do a lot of finger tracking. So it may be a little difficult for them to navigate the computer at first as with reading, because when they're looking at a book and they can point to the words to help them track, that's one thing. Looking at the computer screen and then trying to track words might be a little more difficult. So that might be something you need to practice. So that is Epic Books. The Rivet Books, same thing, just get on and play with it. They both of those websites use the same leveling system that Parkway does, the A, B, C, D, E, etc. Leveling system. So it's kind of a good way to kind of keep where your child's reading if you want to do some actual directed reading. Also, Teacher Monster to Read is a great website for the kiddos. They love it. It's phonetics, and they are very familiar with that. Same with ABC, pbs.org, and I don't know what, Storyline Online. It's picture books read by celebrities. The kiddos love that too. So any of they're familiar with them. The only two they're not familiar with are those two reading websites. Okay, I think everything else in your plan should be self-explanatory. The other teachers do use Flipgrid to communicate with the kids. I'm not real familiar with that. And since Parkway started talking about the e-learning, they were pushing the Google Meet. So that is what I have familiarized myself with. So that's how I will record things. A lot of the upper grades are using Google Meet to actually have classroom meetings. I think that might be kind of difficult for kindergartners on a large scale, but my plan is to maybe have some smaller meeting times with the kids, like maybe in groups of 4 or 5, that we could do a Google Meet. I think if we put 21 kindergartners in a Google Meet, that could be very tricky. So, but maybe on a smaller scale, 2, 3, 4, we could do that. I'd like to start that next week. This week, I'd just like us to get our footing on this, figure out what works for you, how I can help you better, what questions you might have, all of that sort of things. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that I will have set office hours from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock every school day. So that just means I'll be in front of my computer. So if you have any questions, you can email me and you and I can Google Meet, or we can talk over the phone, or we can email back and forth. It's just so you know, I'm just sitting here in front of my computer doing nothing else. That's not to say I won't be in front of my computer all day. You'll be able to get me all day long. I have nothing else to do, plus I have to work. So that's just specific times. I think that is about it for now. I may be calling you just to touch base, so don't think anything's wrong. I'm just touching base, checking in with you. I didn't have spring conferences with you. So just kind of let you know what I was seeing before spring break and see if there's any way I can help you with your e-learning at home. Have a great morning tomorrow, and I'm here if you need me. Talk soon.